Today on the show, we're going to talk about WWE 2K22's patch 1.08. It's a small one, but we do know now what the big piece of this patch was all about. Let's get into that and the details for you all right now. Hey everybody, welcome back to Assemble. I'm Matt. Great to have you here. And if you've been with me, it's been a busy day. We've done our WrestleMania predictions. We talked about 2K and EA and who's going to move on with the license for the whole thing. Now we're going to talk about patch 1.08. We didn't do this when it came out initially because, well, frankly, we had like 2 pieces of news on it, but we do know now why this patch is significant. Small, but mighty. It's a hot fix, ladies and gentlemen. 2K themselves posted on their Twitter that it's going to do 2 things. 1, provides roster support for added NWO for Life superstars. And 2, various fixes and improvements. Now, I have gone through and played 2K since the patch, and I haven't really noticed anything significantly different. Do we still have crashes in universe mode? Yes. Do we still have issues with vendors? Yes. Is our My Rise mode glitching out profusely here and there? Absolutely. It's a wild, wild world out there. We're still going to need patch 1.2, 1.5, 5, and so on. The question I had, and a lot of you did as well, what's this NWO superstar fix? Well, here it is. They have now added the NWO for Life content, made it available separately as DLC. I had friends in the community send me their screenshots of not only the PlayStation Store, but I've been able to go through the Xbox Store and Microsoft Store and see for myself. When you're traveling through there, into the Microsoft Store at least, I was able to look at the game and you could see that we do have the NWO for Life content, the actual individual superstars there for $32.99. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you can buy the NWO pack with Eric Bischoff, the DLC, everything that comes in specifically for the NWO for Life edition that I bought. You buy just the NWO piece, but it's $32.99. That's Canadian. So I ran the numbers. So I looked at this and thought, that seems a little high, seems a little much for this one piece of content. And frankly, it is. It's a lot. This is not part of the season pass that you get. They have charged players separately to be able to buy this. And frankly, it's kind of whatever. If you add the deluxe game and the NWO pack, comes out to roughly the exact same price as the NWO for Life edition, plus or minus $2. If you're gonna get the standard edition and just the NWO, then sure, it's gonna be cheaper. Or you can just buy the NWO for Life edition, which is digital. So I really think that if you are somebody that bought the game physical version, deluxe, and you've been wanting the NWO version, like we've talked about in previous episodes, then the option is now made available. But it's at a price point, $32.99 Canadian. That's a lot, ladies and gentlemen. But I need to know what you all think. Is that enough for you? Is there enough content in there for you to pull the trigger and buy the NWO content separately now as DLC? And should they have done it a different way? And what do you think is a healthy price point for this type of content? For me, as I own the For Life edition, it's a very, very hefty price to be able to play as Hulk Hogan, brother. I think you could have gotten away with it saying it was $9.99 as additional content, but you gotta make it, you can't really insult players that went out and bought the For Life edition and then undercut it later. I understand that. So I think you were kind of in a no-win situation if you're 2K, but I definitely think that players are getting a little bit of the raw end of the deal here. And I did predict that the NWO separate DLC content, if you bought that separately when they released it, I did predict that they would charge full price and it's in your best interest. If you're gonna get the whole thing, then get the whole thing now. Well, at the end of it all, now that we can see it's separate, it's coming out to the exact same price no matter how you cut it. So there is no incentive of getting the NWO for Life edition or just getting the deluxe. Though I do feel like if you're 2K, you kind of did wrong by the players a little bit by putting out the For Life edition at the very beginning. Yes, we got to play it a few days early. That was probably the only true incentive that we got, but we were plagued with bugs and issues during those couple of days. And then they released the patch on the launch day itself of the game. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of 1.08? You got some little steady improvements, but we do need more. We need universe mode fixes. We need My Rise fixes. We are still having blackout titles. I know that there's so many issues that you have all raised in the comments, in the community. And believe me, at least Matt here, I hear ya. I've been taking note of those as well. I even reached out to 2K support myself, and I did file those lovely tickets that they always suggest. And I did reiterate a few points that we need some big fixes on. So I did at least submit something to 2K on that front, and I did mention the Blackout title belts, issues with my Rise, and Universe Mode still crashing. Will you buy the NWO DLC content now? And if you're in the lovely Canada, it's $32.99. Will you buy it separately? Did you already get it? But I need to know your thoughts on this. Hit me up, let me know, and check out our WrestleMania predictions, ladies and gentlemen, and check out patch 1.07 if you need to know all the details on what you got for that giant update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.